Now, developing an activity diagram. Use case already been made. There are some additional diagrams which can help the use case. That is, if I told you if you get 5,000 rupees, you will buy a shoe. If you get 2,000, you will buy a shirt. So there are so many scenarios, there are so many flow of interaction. So the activity diagram will add your use case, because this activity diagram will represent, show the flow of interaction within a specific scenario. Multiple options. This activity diagram is just like a flow chart we have already seen. The activity diagram, here you see the rounded rectangles. This is showing a specific system function. Why we are calling it as a rounded rectangle? Because this is rounded at the corners, and it is all about writing this specific system function. Okay. Then what are the arrows? They are representing the flow through the system. What will be the next step? What is the decision? There are diamonds. These are decision diamonds, and these are the branching decisions. And every arrow needs to be labeled. Arrow is showing the path, labeled, and the solid horizontal lines for parallel activities. The multiple ways to represent it. Sometimes we write these horizontal lines we draw, and then inside this we write various parallel activities. I'll show you parallel activities here. So these are the different figures normally used. Round circle with a bold circle, that is the end. So activity diagram is additional. Whatever is implied by use case, we add it to the activity diagram. For example, just see an example. User can give the user ID and password, but in use case we have not talked about how many number of times. If you see here in activity diagram, when we are prompting for re-entry, username password is entered, we are prompting for re-entry. That is, how many times he has to enter. If he fails, then number of times, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times, whatever you want to give. So this condition is given in the activity diagram. So entering password, if valid password, it is okay, we select the major function. If it is invalid password, then we have to be prompted for re-entry. If we are selecting major function, then we go to select surveillance. Then we have the either thumbnail views or select a specific scenario. These are two, and these two of the functions here are the parallel activities. So selecting camera icon and selecting specific camera thumbnails are the parallel activities because they work together. Finally, we view camera output in label window and then prompt for another view. If you want to see again, then we loop back again to the diamond above. Otherwise, we exit this function. This is we have added an activity diagram to use case.